Plants don't feel pain, they don't have a brain, they don't have a nervous system, so it's okay to bite into them.
Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he was never taught to be kind to animals. If he had been taught to value all sentient life, history might have been different.
She eats dairy, she eats meat, and she doesn't say don't do it.
Your grandma probably bakes pies, but this grandma fights with strangers on YouTube. And when she isn't fighting, she's using a banana as a phone to talk to God.
Hello? Yes? God? It's God.
She calls herself that vegan teacher, and this is how she became the most insane grandma on the internet. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality, and to do that we gotta keep growing, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe, and I will do my very best to create the very best videos I could possibly make for you guys. I'm Visual Venture, and you are awesome. Grandma finds the internet. Saying that people dislike the vegan teacher is putting it mildly. Just look at this post from Quora. That vegan teacher is a bigot. Anyone who thinks they can spread the word of their beliefs by trying to intimidate or mock people has failed. The woman is an idiot and deserves banning just for being offensive. But it wasn't always this way. Before she was that vegan teacher, she was just Katie Karen Diekmeyer. For 25 years, she worked as a registered nurse. But even back then, she was a strict vegan, and that caused problems for her. According to her, it affected her job. She couldn't stand watching patients eat meat, dairy, and eggs instead of vegan foods. Therefore, she quit her job as a nurse because she got tired of seeing people eating things that were harmful. Next, she became a school teacher. She stayed in that job for 9 years, but things didn't go smoothly. Reports say she had issues at work and even got suspended. One former student described her as having a borderline abusive personality in the classroom. Then in 2020, the pandemic hit. Stuck at home, she started posting on TikTok. However, the stuff she posted made her one of the most controversial people on the internet. The first thing she did was rename herself that vegan teacher on TikTok, but the name was misleading. She called herself a teacher, but she wasn't calmly educating. She was pointing fingers and picking fights. Her mission was to promote veganism, but she spent most of her time calling out meat eaters like they were criminals. And no one was off limits. Then came the moment that made her infamous. In May 2020, George Floyd lost his life. Protesters broke out across the country and the world was in chaos. Then that vegan teacher got involved. All she did was make a bad situation worse. She made a song comparing human oppression to animal farming.
Miss Katie begins to sing, pretending she's different animals whose lives are being taken because of the meat industry, and finishes the lyrics with, "I can't breathe."
When protesters heard the song, they were furious. They accused her of using this sensitive situation to push her vegan agenda. For a moment, it looked like she might apologize, but she didn't. She doubled down. She made even more songs to promote veganism, and each one was more cringe than the last. In July 2020, she went TikTok viral with another song. It was called "Eating Animals is Wrong at McDonald's."
Eating animals is wrong, McDonald's. Hurting animals is wrong, McDonald's. Share this song.
Some thought it was funny, others just found it weird, but what she did next made people mad. She posted a video implying that you need to be vegan to get into heaven.
Wanna get to heaven, you know what to do. It's time to be vegan for the animals in you.
Obviously, religious viewers were offended. Faith is a sensitive topic, but she didn't stop. Instead, she leaned into the religious issues more. In one TikTok, she picked up a banana and pretended it was a phone. She claimed she was talking to God.
Hello? Yes? God? It's God.
This became a regular thing. Over and over, she kept calling God on a banana.
Hello? God? Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I've been waiting for... Okay. I know you're really busy.
But she didn't just talk to God, she scolded him. She used some pretty strong words.
Like, this is one thing that you did that it's just really pissed me off. I honestly think it is just so stupid. I don't understand why you created lions to eat zebras. Like, why would you do that?
To religious viewers, it felt like mockery, but the more people reacted, the bigger she got. That vegan teacher amassed 1.7 million followers in barely a year, but with more followers came more hate. At war with influencers. By late 2020, that vegan teacher wasn't just a TikTok creator, she was a walking controversy. People didn't just disagree with her, they wanted her gone. So in September 2020, someone launched a petition to ban her from TikTok. More than 20,000 people signed it. The petition claimed that she forced and shamed people into going vegan, so they wanted her off TikTok. Meanwhile, that vegan teacher kept making controversial comments. In this video, she was referring to people who weren't vegan as evil people.
And I realized that the vast majority of you are evil, evil people. And I don't especially care if you keep living.
In other words, if you weren't vegan, your life didn't matter to her. At that point, it didn't sound like activism, it sounded cruel. But somehow things escalated. She started picking fights on social media. Her favorite targets were celebrities and influencers who weren't vegan. Then she set her sights on someone she considered the ultimate enemy of veganism. In January 2021, that vegan teacher picked a fight with one of the most famous chefs in the world, Gordon Ramsay. As usual, it started with a song.
Eating animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song.
And she made sure Ramsay saw it. She tagged him directly. Most people would have ignored it. Gordon Ramsay didn't. He fired back with a TikTok duet to mock her.
It's fine.
Vegan
as long
donut.
as you're vegan from now on.
All he did was call her a vegan donut and bite into a burger, but it went viral. The video got 59.3 million views on TikTok alone, and most headlines sided with Ramsay. It felt like someone finally pushed back, but Gordon Ramsay was the least of her problems, because what was coming next would shake that vegan teacher's entire platform. It was February 2021, just weeks after her feud with Gordon Ramsay. Then out of nowhere, TikTok banned that vegan teacher. For anyone watching her videos, the reason was obvious. Her videos were too aggressive. Almost every post felt like an attack. Her war with Ramsay didn't cause the ban, but it definitely helped. Losing TikTok could have been the end. She lost 1.7 million followers overnight, but this grandma didn't stop. She already had a YouTube channel, so she jumped right back into it. The first thing she did was send a message to her haters.
Hello, everyone. Many of you woke up this morning and found out that my account was banned on TikTok. And I know many of you are jumping for joy and thinking that this is a great victory.
She didn't take any blame for the ban. Instead, she said she was being silenced for speaking the truth. And once again, in her first video after her ban, she shamed viewers for eating meat.
Because you're feeling guilty. You know you shouldn't be eating animals.
On YouTube, she didn't soften her message. She made longer videos with more songs and rants. And she went after Gordon Ramsay again. In March 2021, she uploaded one of her most disturbing videos. How Gordon Ramsay is like Hitler and how that makes me cry. That was the actual title.
Hello, students. Today we're going to talk about the devil. The devil's name is Gordon Ramsay.
She came out swinging. She tried to paint Gordon Ramsay as pure evil, mostly because he was a chef, and that meant he encouraged others to eat meat. But comparing Ramsay to Hitler and the devil wasn't the worst thing in the video. The one that crossed the line was when she compared animal farming to what the Nazis did in World War II. Ramsay didn't respond to the video. It seemed he was intentionally ignoring her. A few months later, she dropped one final attack. It was a diss track called Gordon Ramsay Diss Track.
Why is Gordon Ramsay an animal bully when instead of eating meat, he could just eat protein-packed veggies?
But once again, it backfired. Viewers treated the diss like a joke, and most of the comments were making fun of that vegan teacher. If I could lose 1 sense right now, it would be hearing. As a vegetarian, this song is the worst thing I've ever heard. My ears are bleeding. I'm thinking maybe she had a crush on him and he didn't reciprocate. Once again, Ramsay ignored her. But Gordon Ramsay wasn't the only name on her list. Her next target was a YouTuber you probably know. In August 2021, that vegan teacher went after Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber on the planet. She posted a video with a long, angry title. Mr. Beast, no amount you give to charity can undo the damage you are causing by promoting eating meat. Her problem was that he spent too much money on meat in one of his challenges.
So we will be eating a $70,000 pizza.
Oh my god. This is incredible.
$2,000 steak.
Oh my god.
To her, that was unacceptable.
Every single thing you mentioned comes from suffering.
She went through Mr. Beast's entire video criticizing almost everything he ate.
Next is a $125 milkshake.
Been looking forward to this all day.
Is it made with vegan milk? Vegan milk.
In the end, she accused Mr. Beast of wasting money. Instead of buying a $70,000 pizza, he should have used that money to feed the hungry. But she ignored one major fact. Mr. Beast already donated millions to food banks and homeless shelters. Mr. Beast didn't say a word, but his fans did, and they came out swinging.
That vegan teacher has a tag who is likely the biggest philanthropist on YouTube. I guess nobody's safe.
Her attempt to cancel Mr. Beast didn't work. To her, it was activism. But to almost everyone else, it looked like harassment. In retaliation, people came for her. What started as activism was now a war. Her downfall begins. By late 2021, something changed. People weren't just annoyed by that vegan teacher, they were fighting back. TikTokers and YouTubers started posting reaction videos to mock her.
And I've had to have heard her message over 100 times by now. And I literally ate a cheeseburger for dinner. That was busted.
A popular trend was duetting her videos while eating meat.
No, that's not the way for you. No. Just stick with me, Nikocado. We'll figure this all out.
Creators rewrote her songs with parody lyrics. Others made comedy skits about her.
What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? No, what are you doing? You're not. No, it's not too late.
Other famous YouTubers started calling her out.
Also, don't condemn people for a dietary choice and act like they are the spawn of Satan for eating a hamburger.
Even vegans chimed in too. They said her style was too aggressive, but that vegan teacher handled the backlash the same way she always had. She doubled down. She even started reading hate comments in her videos.
Well, it's that time of the day again where I get to look at all of your amazing comments and those that are not so amazing. And also, you better spell better, all right? I'm gonna let this go for now, but when you see this, spell properly.
Then she expanded her focus. She didn't just want to change what people ate. She wanted to change what their pets ate too. According to that vegan teacher, feeding dogs meat was just as bad as eating it yourself. Most people thought she was joking, but she wasn't. She proudly introduced her dog, Bella. Said Bella was vegan.
Hello, students. This is Bella. Bella is my vegan dog. She's been vegan since August 2017.
Bella survived on lentils, tofu, and vegetables. The internet freaked out. Someone wrote, "Why is no one actively doing anything to save that vegan teacher's dog? It's a carnivore and she feeds it like a herbivore. It's abuse." Another added, "My heart hurts for Bella. If these vegans wanted vegan pets, they could have got a guinea pig or a rabbit instead." Then Bella disappeared. She stopped showing up in that vegan teacher's videos. That's when people began to wonder, did Bella pass away from being vegan? That vegan teacher had to make a video called "Bella Vegan Dog is Still Alive." But the real uproar came after that. That vegan teacher started talking about cats being vegan and people really lost it because cats are obligate carnivores, which means they must eat meat to survive. A cat's body depends on nutrients only found in animal products. Without them, cats would lose their lives. But that vegan teacher refused to change her stance. Instead, she posted an extreme video. Should cats exist? If not vegan, they should either be veganized or euthanized. Choose one. Even her fans were stunned. That vegan teacher always said she loved animals, but now she was talking about wiping out an entire species. One comment summed it up. She calls herself a friend of animals, but she's uneducated and a danger to children and animals at this point. She should absolutely be banned. To her critics, this was classic vegan teacher. She was always willing to push things too far just to make a point, but we still haven't got to the craziest things she's done. Making fun of the dead. That vegan teacher had a bad habit. She always seemed to say the worst things at the worst possible time, especially when someone passed away. Like when Hollywood actress Betty White passed away in December 2021, the internet was filled with tributes to her. Then that vegan teacher showed up and made everyone angry. She posted a video criticizing Betty White for not being vegan.
She never spoke out against it. She never said, I am against all of this animal abuse. She never said, I am vegan or I am trying to be vegan.
To many, that felt unfair because Betty White did a lot to support animal shelters and wildlife. Besides that, people were grieving. They didn't want to hear a vegan lecture. In early 2022, Queen Elizabeth II died. Her funeral was watched around the world. Then that vegan teacher struck again. She posted a video, Queen Elizabeth, polite and kind or cruel and cowardly.
But at some point, the Queen of England must have been aware about what's going on. I mean, she's not a stupid lady.
She criticized the Queen for not using her power to end animal cruelty. Once again, she made headlines, and once again, people were furious. But she kept targeting public figures, especially after they passed away. So when Pope Francis passed away in 2025, she made another video.
Somebody who isn't vegan consumes approximately 100 animals per year. The Pope, he was 88. How many is he responsible for?
Catholics were stunned, but she had even more shocking content. She compared all meat eaters to Hitler.
10 ways that non-vegans are like Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he was never taught to be kind to animals. If he had been taught to value all sentient life, history might have been different.
Sometimes it felt like she was trying to trigger people on purpose. Her videos felt like bait. But that vegan teacher wasn't just making videos, she was making products too.
Be loud, be proud with that vegan teacher's shirts and hoodies. Be the vegan your neighbors fear and the animals need.
That vegan teacher loved slogans. Cow milk is for baby cows. Animals are friends, not food. At first, they were just things she said in her videos. Then she started printing them on t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, and posters, and selling them through her own merch store. That's when people started asking questions. Was this about saving animals or was it about money? That vegan teacher also had a Patreon. Fans could pay $3 or $25 a month. She claimed it would help her devote more time and resources to helping save the animals by educating others about not eating, wearing, or using them. But not everyone believed it.
Which roughly translates to something like, the money will go directly into my bank account and I'll continue to make videos framing decent people as evil anti-vegans.
To her, it was support. To others, she was cashing in on outrage. But that vegan teacher didn't just annoy people. She inspired others to become just like her. That vegan teacher's daughter. The internet thought one vegan teacher was bad enough, but then another one showed up. Her name was Tash Peterson, also known as Vegan Booty. Some even call her that vegan teacher's daughter. In interviews, she says that vegan teacher gave her the courage to speak out, but the two women are very different. That vegan teacher rants online, but Vegan Booty takes it to real life. She forces her way into butcher shops and restaurants to protest. Sometimes she does it topless with slogans painted across her body. Vegan Booty has been dragged out of venues by police, and she's banned from several places. Vegan Booty causes a lot of chaos, but she says it's all thanks to that vegan teacher. Today, that vegan teacher is still posting videos, and her message hasn't changed. Anyone who isn't vegan is part of the problem. If you want to be vegan, but how you say something matters just as much as what you say. But anyways, eat what you want. Visual Venture. A lot of people hated that vegan teacher, but there are a ton of other influencers who get just as much hate, if not more. To watch the internet's most hated family influencers, click here. Thank you guys for everything. Peace.